I just ran my job through an AI predictor, and it told me I have a 76% chance of being replaced by 2034. So I started looking into this, and what I found way more interesting than just AI is taking our jobs. Because some jobs are actually growing because of AI, some are evolving into things we can't even imagine yet. And some, they're toast. Let me show you which category you're in. Okay, so first thing, some jobs are already gone, and you probably didn't even notice. When was the last time you talked to a travel agent or went to a bank teller for anything more than like a weird transaction, or called a company and actually spoke to a human on the first try? These jobs didn't disappear overnight. They faded, slowly, one automation at a time. But here's what's different now. The pace? Insane. In 2023, a company called Klarna replaced 700 customer service workers with an AI chatbot. Not over years, in 1 month. And the AI handled the same volume of work, with better customer satisfaction scores. That's not a prediction. That already happened. And it's not just customer service. Radiologists are watching AI diagnose X-rays faster than they can. Paralegals are seeing AI review contracts in seconds. Junior programmers, they're competing with AI that writes code from plain English descriptions. Even creative jobs aren't safe. There are AI tools generating logos, writing ad copy, editing videos, composing music. Not perfectly sure, but good enough that someone's willing to pay $20 a month instead of $2,000 to a freelancer. So which jobs are actually at risk? Here's the pattern. If your job is mostly repetitive tasks, even if those tasks require a degree, you're in the danger zone. Data entry, basic accounting, legal document review, medical transcription, customer support, telemarketing. But here's where it gets interesting. It's not just low-skill jobs. Some of the highest paid professionals, they're the most at risk. So you'd think, okay, get a high-skilled job, you're safe, right? Wrong. Completely backwards. Some of the safest jobs are things you'd never expect. Plumbers, electricians, HVAC technicians, hairstylists, personal trainers, therapists, nurses. Why? Because these jobs require physical presence, improvisation, and human connection. You can't automate empathy. You can't send a robot to fix a weird pipe situation in a 100-year-old building. Meanwhile, some safe professional jobs are getting hammered. Junior lawyers doing contract review. AI does it better. Entry-level financial analysts. Excel already replaced most of them, and AI is finishing the job. Even some doctors are worried, especially in fields like radiology, where you're mostly reading images. The pattern is wild. It's not about how smart you need to be. It's about whether a computer can do your specific tasks without needing hands, a physical body, or deep human judgment. And here's the thing nobody talks about. AI isn't replacing entire jobs. It's replacing tasks within jobs. Your job might not disappear, but 40% of what you currently do might get automated, which means companies will expect you to do more with the same time, or they'll need fewer people to do the same total work. So the question isn't really, will my job exist? It's, will my job need as many people? Now, those are the jobs at risk. Yeah, but here's where it gets wild. There's a completely different category of jobs that are actually exploding right now. Jobs that didn't exist 5 years ago. Jobs that pay 6 figures. Jobs where companies are desperate to hire and can't find enough people, and most people have no idea these jobs even exist. I'm going to show you what they are in a minute. But first, you need to understand why they're growing so fast. Okay, so here's what's actually happening in the job market right now. And it's not what you'd expect. While some jobs are dying, other jobs are growing faster than schools can train people for them, and a lot of them directly because of AI. Think about it. Every company is trying to use AI now, but AI doesn't just work out of the box. You need someone to set it up, someone to train it, someone to fix it when it hallucinates or gives terrible answers. So there's this massive wave of new roles. AI trainers, prompt engineers, machine learning operations specialists, AI ethics officers. These didn't exist as real jobs 5 years ago. Now they're hiring at $100,000 to $300,000 per year. But it's not just AI-specific roles, it's everything around AI. Data labelers who teach AI what things are, content moderators who clean up AI outputs, integration specialists who connect AI to existing systems, and then there are the jobs that AI makes more valuable, video editors who can work 10 times faster with AI tools, designers who use AI to generate variations instantly, writers who use AI for research but add human insight. Here's the key. The jobs that are growing are the ones where humans and AI work together, where AI handles the repetitive stuff and humans handle the creative, strategic, or interpersonal parts. If you're a teacher, AI can grade assignments and generate practice problems. That doesn't replace you. It lets you spend more time actually teaching and connecting with students. If you're a designer, AI can generate 50 variations of a concept in seconds. That doesn't replace you. It lets you focus on strategy and refinement instead of pushing pixels. The pattern here is really clear. Jobs that can partner with AI, thriving. Jobs that compete with AI, dying. So the real question isn't, will my job exist? It's, can I learn to use AI as a tool instead of seeing it as a replacement? Because the people who figure that out early, they're going to have a massive advantage. They'll be more productive, more valuable, harder to replace. They'll be the ones who survive the transition. And make no mistake, we are absolutely in a transition right now. So here's the practical stuff. What do you actually do with this information? First, go look at what AI tools exist in your field, not to fear them, to use them. If you're a writer, learn ChatGPT and Claude. If you're a designer, learn Midjourney and Figma AI. If you're in marketing, learn all the AI analytics tools. Become the person in your company who knows how to use these tools. Because right now, most people are either ignoring them or using them badly. If you actually get good at them, you become indispensable. Second, double down on the things AI can't do. Human judgment, creativity, empathy, strategic thinking, client relationships. If your job is 90% technical tasks and 10% human interaction, flip that ratio. Find ways to do more of the human stuff. Third, be honest about your skills. If your entire job is data entry or basic coding or routine analysis, start learning adjacent skills now, not in 5 years when the layoffs come. Now. The people who get hurt in transitions, always the ones who see the signs and do nothing. And here's something important. This isn't about working harder. It's about working differently. The person who spends 12 hours doing something manually, they're going to lose to the person who spends 2 hours using AI tools and 10 hours on strategy. That's just reality. So the goal isn't to compete with AI on speed or volume. It's to use AI to handle the boring stuff so you can focus on the interesting stuff, the stuff that actually requires a human brain. So, will your job exist in 10 years? Honest answer? It depends on what you do about it. If you ignore what's happening and hope it goes away, you're probably in trouble. If you learn to use AI as a tool and focus on uniquely human skills, you're probably fine, might even thrive. But here's what I think is actually going on. We're not headed toward a world where AI does everything and humans do nothing. We're headed toward a world where humans and AI split the work differently. AI will handle the repetitive, predictable, high-volume stuff. Humans will handle the creative, strategic, unpredictable, high-touch stuff. And the people who figure out how to work in that world early will have a massive head start. They'll be more productive, more valuable, more successful. The people who resist it and try to compete with AI on AI's terms, they're going to have a rough decade. So yeah, some jobs will disappear, some will transform beyond recognition, and some entirely new jobs will emerge that we can't even imagine yet. The question isn't whether change is coming, it's already here. The question is whether you're going to adapt or get left behind. And honestly, that's always been the question. This is just the first time the timeline is measured in years instead of decades. If you want to see what specific jobs are safest, which skills to learn, and how to actually future-proof your career, hit subscribe, because this is just the beginning of a very weird transition. And trust me, it's about to get a lot weirder.